Hello guys, welcome back to my channel guys, welcome back to another live video. So the last live video I really couldn't do because I was in Tesco. It was really difficult to do a live talking topic and shop at the same time, so I decided to just end it because my friend called me anyway. But I'm back and I thought it might be easier to do it whilst I'm walking. So if anybody struggles with watching me do live video and talking at the same time, you might have to just bear with me. I'll make more sit down videos soon, I just don't know when. Hi AP. AP said yes, my friend. Yeah, so as I was talking about in the other video, thank you so much for the like, I was saying how I was talking about people that believe in God. No, AP, I'm not good. I just feel like today's such a crap day, but I'm just trying to get through it. To be honest, it's only crap because of me. Everything's just, I need to change my life basically. I just need to change my life. How are you anyway? I want to cross this road because I don't want to walk the freaking mice. I wish I didn't have to go on the street because I don't want to be dealing with the mice today, which is another way to walk, but the way the road is built, you can't go any other way. Oh, there's a man gonna go to the bridge. Let me try and catch up with him. I don't know who he is, but I'd rather walk with this random guy than... Oh, he's going across the damn road. I'd rather walk with the random man than freaking be on this bridge with the mice. Oh, he's walking too fast. I'm trying to catch him up. Freaking hell. Guys, I'm trying to catch up this random guy. I'm walking with him. Oh, the cars are going. Shit, he's already more or less gone. Let me run to him. I'm running to a random guy. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Why is he so far? Look guys, the guy is so far. Can you see him? Freaking, I'm trying to catch him up. Can you see him? I'm running to a guy, can you believe? Oh my gosh. I think I'm safe. Thank you for the lights, guys. I'm crazy, ain't I? Running to a guy. I was running to him. And he doesn't even know it. He doesn't even know I was running to him. Oh my gosh. Maybe they're just so funny. I was literally trying to run to that guy. Oh my gosh. Hi Fastbook, how are you? Oh my gosh. Fastbook's the same. Keep your head up, keep pushing. I literally pictured a woman pushing out a baby when you said that. Keep pushing. Hello Nuggets. My day so far. I'm not going to answer that. I just feel like crap. So many people ask me that. You know, I was in a shop and these two young gentlemen, one said, how's your day so far? And I don't know them obviously, and I was like, it's so crap. I can't believe Facebook put the rat emoji. Where's that guy gone? The one I was running to. He disappeared. You're too real, Tanya's in the same boat. Did you see me running? I was trying to catch him up, man. I've seen him like crossing the road as well. And he had no idea I was running to him. That's hilarious. He's walking fast as well. It's funny how there's no mice there, because if I was on my own now, I'd probably see like 2 or 3. Yes, as I was talking about, guys, this topic, I was talking about it on the previous video. I was saying that when people believe in God, there's 2 people, right? And yeah, what I believe is like there's always conflict when people believe in God, because people are forgetting that we also have one side of us, like we have two people. So one is godly, right? We're trying to get closer to God, where we believe in Him. The second one is us, our personality, everything. We have our little touch for the whole time. I need to stop walking on the road at these times. I'm going home fast. I heard something in the grass. I'm going home fast. I'm not dealing with these creeper crawlies or whatever you want to call them. Thank you for the like, or these little pests. I don't want to call them pests because that's toxic. But, yeah, so as I was saying, I believe we have two people. So when people are like interacting with other believers, they forget that there's a part of someone that may be addicted to something, or they may have bad traits, bad habits, and they forget that. They expect everyone to function the same. And as I said, like, God works with that. He works with that person individually. Depending on what work they're putting in with God, He can work with them, right? But I personally find that when I come into contact with another believer, I always feel like I'm apologising for myself, like for who I am, right? I find myself subconsciously doing that. I'll be like, sorry, I say to them, sorry that I'm like this, you know, like to apologise, because I know it's not godly, right? So I always find myself apologising, right? And this is not going to be if it's right or wrong. This is not going to be one of those type of videos. This is going to be like a discussion about when we're apologising for ourselves. But yeah, I do find when I'm hearing strange noises. Maybe it's just my hearing playing on. I do find that when I'm around people that believe in God, I'm apologising for myself, you know, apologising for the way I am, because I know they're probably looking at me thinking, oh, she's not very godly, she's not very holy, and I don't claim to be holy or godly, guys. I believe in Him, but I'm not here saying, oh, I'm godly or anything like that. But if they know you believe in Him, they expect a certain responsibility from yourselves, and they expect you to be a certain way, right? That's what I'm talking about. So I always do find that I do apologise. I always feel guilty when I'm around other godly people, because I know that I'm not doing what is required of me, guys. So I do feel this sense of guilt. Like I'm apologising for me, for my errors in advance. I'm like, sorry, you know, I'm letting them know that I know it's not well, right? But why do we apologise, guys? I'm going to try and see if we can touch on that. Why do we apologise to people for the way that we are? Thank you so much for the like. 6 likes, that's crazy. Why do we apologise? So the people hit the like button. Thank you, AP. You know what? You're too nice to people pleaser. Please yourself first, Tanya. Yeah, I am a people pleaser. I am. I please people first before myself. And it's tough. It's really tough. I don't know why I'm like that, but it's very tough. You got to stop worrying about what people think. What people, you know, the thing is, like, I used to listen when people start, but what people think in terms of like the godly kingdom is very important, because I'm gonna flip the script. It matters when it's spiritual, because so I'm trying to shout these cars. It matters because I'm not going to there's many ways to address this, but if someone wants to believe in God, they're looking at me as an example of what it is to be a believer, right? Or as some people might say, Christian. Even though I'm not Christian, there might be some people that want to get to know God, right? And the minute I do something that's off that scale, they may think, nah, this religion's not for me, right? So we're supposed to be, if you're someone that believes in God, you're technically a representative of God. If you say you love God and you believe in Him, the Bible states that if you love me, you keep the commandments. So when people are reading the Bible, if someone wants to come into that faith, your lifestyle should be a reflection of that. And if it's not, then people won't want to come to God because they're thinking, oh, all these Christians, they believe this and that and they don't even practice it themselves. Guys, I do the same when I see Muslims. If Muslims are not practicing their religion, I start saying, oh look, they don't even practice it, right? They're not even living holy. So when you're trying to get someone closer to God, for example, if you're a Muslim, you're trying to get someone closer to your God and you're not even practicing your faith, what makes you think that someone you're talking to is going to want to join it if you're not even practicing yourself? Because it's like selling a candy to a child, but you don't even eat the candy yourself, and you're telling the child that this candy's so sweet, it's really nice, but you never eat candy in your life. It makes no sense. Also, the reason why you should care what people think is because in the spiritual world you should care, because in the normal world it doesn't matter. You remember, because in the world you just live how you want. Remember, you don't care what anyone thinks because it's your life, you do what you want. But in spirituality terms, if I have people around me that believe in God and they're really on the narrow path, and then they see me living a certain way and they're trying to correct me and I don't want to hear it, they're going to just leave my life. So basically, certain people will leave your life if you live in a certain way. So that phrase does work, but in this aspect, I feel like it doesn't, because if you're trying to connect with people that believe in God and vice versa, they're not going to want to be associated with people that are not following it properly. And if they do want to be associated with you, you'll be pulling them in, basically, because your lifestyle is going to be looking very sinful, right? Hi, Farhan. Get the pleasing out of your system. Well, get it. Well, where are you? We weren't sending sweets. No, I wasn't saying we're sending sweets. Farhan, I was giving an example. I guess sometimes you got to live by example, so you're right. Yeah, you remember, like, in the spiritual world and the physical world, they're two different things, right? So, in the physical world, some of the phrases match the physical world, but in the spiritual world, you have to move differently. That's why they call it like set apart and stuff. 1 second, guys. Yeah, so it's two different worlds. That makes sense. So what makes sense in the physical world will be it can actually have a negative on the spiritual world. When you think about it, like, a lot of people, they're not coming to God. A lot of people are not reading the Bible. A lot of people are not doing those things because they see everybody living ordinary. Do you know what I mean? They just think, oh, this is just a life. But they probably won't realise the seriousness of it. People that are experiencing God's glory, they need to start giving everything to God and living differently, because they're meant to be examples of God's testimony. So with my daughter, this is a bit off topic, but with my daughter, I've been getting some spiritual downloads about her. So when she's in danger, I pre-warn her about it. And I tell her that's God giving me the downloads. She goes, can you tell the future? I said, it's not me, it's God giving me the downloads. So now she's seeing that what I tell her comes true, because I've got the mother instinct now. God's giving me the mother instinct. So if I feel like my daughter's going to be in danger, I pre-warn her. I warned her. I said, she went clubbing, and I said to her, be careful, there's going to be an aggressive guy that's going to come to you. And the vision actually came true. A guy actually became aggressive with her, but thank God she was okay. Her friend helped her, but she's like, I want to know more. She goes, do you know any more things in the future? I said, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I just get it randomly. So that's a testimony. That's showing that God is real. Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be able to speak on something. How can I know what's going to happen in the future? So she's realising that I am getting downloads. So hopefully that can help be a testimony to make us see that God is real. So we have to be prime examples. This message is hitting me as well. I need to be example to others, because obviously, how can I be getting like blessings from God and then still be living ordinary like everyone else? That makes no sense. That's teaching everybody that they can live the way they want. They don't need to follow God. They don't need to follow the Bible. I'm teaching people that if I'm not practicing it myself. Farhan said, bro, where are you? I'm not your bro. Thank you for the like though. AP said, I guess sometimes you got to lead by example, so you're, oh yeah, I would do that comment, yeah. You have to lead by example because, um, that car was waiting for me to cross. You have to, guys, you can't believe I'm getting McDonald's again. I wanted to get something else, but this is just the only option now. Yeah, you got to lead by example. Guys, I'm gonna have to. No, you go on, sweetheart, it's fine. You will. Yeah, so leading by example. It's about saving people, it's about saving souls because how we are, people watch, right? And obviously, I agree with the phrase "don't care what people think" because if you care what people think, it can limit you. That works, I get it. But in terms of like the spirit, you have to be careful of that because if I had that mentality, well, I like. Thank you so much for like. People are watching me. Everyone's watching me because if I'm speaking about God, people at home, people around me, people when I go out, they're supposed to see God's glory on me. They're not supposed to think, oh, she's just an ordinary person. Because if I'm an ordinary person, I'm doing sin and then I'm saying, oh yeah, I believe in God. It contradicts it. Going and letting her know you've been there, done that, and the end result is no. What it was. Oh, God, my nose is starting to run now because I put my phone down. So what it was, how do I explain? So basically, if I know she's going to be in danger, I will get alerted by God, basically. So he'll show me a vision. He'll show me a vision, and then I tell her what my vision that I saw. And I think what happens is she doesn't listen to me. This is the second time now. She doesn't listen to me, and I said, "Yo, that was my vision." Like, she told me what happened. I was like, "That was my vision," and then now she's realizing that I'm telling the truth, and now she wants to know more. Green apple Sprite. They've changed the drinks. They've changed the drinks. Yeah, so I had a vision that a guy was going to be aggressive to her, right? A vision in my head. I pictured a guy being aggressive, and I said to her, "Be careful, don't meet with any guys." And then at the end of the night, someone was being aggressive to her, and she was like, "Tanya," she was like, "It happens," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad that you're home safe." And then I'll get download. I got another download the first time. I can't disclose it on here, but it was something I got a download about the guy, but it turned out to be her doing something, and I was like, oh my gosh. So she's realizing that. Listen, I'm just being honest. Yeah, they don't listen, but the thing is, like, she's realizing that God is giving me messages, though, which is good. She listened to me about like people can spike your drink. She was really like she told me she said she was covering a drink up. She listened to that. She didn't want that to happen. Second, just checking the order. Guys, bear with me because once I've got my food in, I can get back on topic with these. My phone is on 23%. Right, I can't pay by card. I have to pay by cash. They're gonna give me a receipt. Alright, guys. You can't keep up on them though, I hear you. Yeah, you can't. 1 second, guys. Guys, I'm done with my meal. I feel so fat now, getting it. Oh, no offence, I know that's an offensive word, sorry guys. I mean, like, having like 2 McDonald's in less than a week. I'm sure it's less than a week. Yeah, so guys, as I was saying, right, I was just checking that I'm not on mute because I'm always on mute. As I was saying, guys, the topic, apologising for being you, right, apologising. So I do find that I put, oh my gosh, let me go back on the payment. You got whatever, guys. I do find that it's bad that I have to apologise for being me. But we're going to go into that, guys. So, from my personal experience, I think it's good when people apologise, especially if they apologise for being themselves, because it means that they want to change, right? So I'm going to go into that. I'm going to give you guys an example. So we're all flawed human beings, as we all know, and we all want to change. Some people don't want to change, though. Some people want to stay the same, right? And let's use, this is a trigger warning for people out there. Let's use an abuser, for example, right? So someone that is an abuser, they've inflicted harm onto somebody, right? But they may not say sorry, okay? They may not say sorry. Yes, stuck in their ways, AP, stuck in their ways. So you get 2 different types of abusers, right? You get some people that have inflicted harm on somebody and they apologise after, right? Doesn't matter how long after, doesn't matter how long, it could be days, it could be weeks, it could be months, it could be years, right? They apologise afterwards. And you get some abusers that don't apologise, right? The ones that do apologise, right, I believe they're the ones that realise they did wrong, right? So they've got a conscience, right? Maybe God's worked on their heart, God's changed their heart, or they've been connected to God, and they realise that the guilt is eating at them, and they realise that the person that they was, or the actions that they took on someone, was not right. They realise, and they recognise that that is not a part of who they are. Do you see the difference? They recognise that they have to apologise for that part that was they apologise. I don't know how to put this into words, but they're apologising for that part of them that is no longer them. Do you see the difference? So they're not, this video is talking about apologising for being you, but the people that do apologise for things, such as myself when I'm apologising to people for not being godly, I'm recognising in myself, and the abuser also recognises in themselves, that that's not who they want to be anymore. They recognise that's not really part of their identity. Do you see the difference? And then, sorry guys, I had like a little mini hiccup or burp, whatever that was. And the abusers that don't own up to their mistakes, they don't take accountability, they don't say sorry to the victim, I feel like those abusers are the ones that don't want to change, because that is part of their identity. Do you see the difference? And they still want to continue doing what they're doing. And you also get the people that probably apologise but do it again. But I can't really speak for those people. It makes no sense to me. If you're going to keep apologising but you're doing it anyway, it makes no sense. That could be a manipulation tool where you're apologising to someone. Like if someone cheats and they apologise for the cheating and they go and do it again, they're probably apologising because they don't want that person to leave them or see them in that light. So they're trying to make that person feel sorry for them. So the switch, the flip, the flip the switch. Sorry guys, they flip the switch. And they're trying to make that person feel sorry for the error that they did and the pain they've caused on someone, and they're trying to make them see that they are genuinely sorry and they won't do it again, and then they do it again, and then they do it again. So when they get caught out, they do it again and they apologise. That makes me think of criminals as well, when people go to prison and they do the same crime and they swear to the prison officers that they're not going to do that crime again, they've changed, they're going to be a better person, and then they go and do another crime again, right? So it makes me think of that. Right, I need to read these comments, because I know AP is saying something good. One sec. I'm in the road, 1 second. Repeat offenders, yeah, that's the right word. Repeat offenders. Thank you, AP. Yeah, repeat offenders. They do it again, but they're probably not. I think with repeat offenders, I don't think they're sorry though. But you just gotta pretend, haven't you? So that's probably what people do when they cheat. They say, I'm not gonna do it again, and they're pretending, and they go and do it again. And it's also linked to lying as well. So all these things are kind of linked. When you're telling lies, you just keep lying and lying and lying. You're repeating it. That's what sin is. You keep repeating the same errors, and people have already sussed you out. And you apologise because you don't. The reason why you're apologising, you don't want them to see you in that light because you know you don't want to be that person, but at the same time you're addicted to it, right? So because you're addicted to it, you keep doing it. But people already suss you out, and then you do it again. You lose their trust. You literally lose their trust. It's a complex one. That one is. So it's just a word to most people. I deal with change action. That's the right way to be. It's about change and action for real. I agree. I 100% agree. I'm waiting for these cars to hurry up so I can walk in the road. It's about change and action. One second, I'll read the comments in a bit. Because ain't no sorry when it comes to cheating, kiss my teeth. Don't ever laugh. A liar is the worst than a thief, shut man. Yeah, literally they are. A compulsive liar is bad. Compulsive lie. People that are compulsive liars, they get caught out and they're still lying to the lie, even with the right evidence in front of them. They will still convince themselves that it's not the truth, right? Which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. A second, guys, I'm not trying to get out of this road. I just want to walk in the road and all these cars keep coming. Oh, that's I'm so funny. I'm like, I want to walk in the road, like I deserve the right to walk in the road. Anyway, guys. Yeah, so you got people. So the people that are abusive and they recognise that's not them anymore, or they probably reacted in a way that they shouldn't have and they did some bad things, they get a conscience. I believe that's when they connect to God though. I feel like when people connect to God, they start feeling bad about the sins they've done and the things, the harm they caused on people, and they start to change because, you know, God reveals what in your heart, what needs to be changed. And if you want to connect with God, you want to be a better person, you want to apologise for the wrongdoings to people, right? So you apologise, but if you apologise, there must, like AP said, there must be change in action. So if you're apologising, there must be some type of change. You know, there's no point in apologising, and because someone's accepted your apology, you think that you can continue doing the same thing to somebody else. You have to really change your ways, right? There's no point apologising at that point. So for anyone that doesn't understand the apology, when I say to you guys, I'm going to do a live video later, and then I don't do one, I apologise to you guys and explain the reason why I didn't do one. You know, I'm not going to keep saying to you guys, oh, I'm going to go on live later, and then I don't go on live, and I don't explain to you guys the reason why I wasn't on live later. Because you guys are not going to trust my words. You guys are not going to believe anything I say. You're going to be like, oh, she just lies about it, right? So happy I survived that bridge with the bloody mice. Oh, shit, the car's coming. You know, sometimes cars can see me trying to cross and they won't let me cross. I think my friend's calling me. I can't answer right now because I'm talking to you guys. You have to identify these things to people to know where you're going with them. Yeah, and sometimes it's good to give people chances, but like don't give them a chance to the point that you really believe they've really started fresh. You know, you don't want to be like, oh yeah, they've changed. You know, yeah, people deserve that space to change, but you shouldn't like be like, okay, they've apologised, we've wiped the slate clean. You need to use your common sense as well. Because change doesn't happen overnight though. Someone could be sorry, right? Someone could be sorry, but they might not know how to change straight away. This is what people need to understand. It takes time and patience with people. Just like the Bible says love is patient. You have to be patient with people. It takes time for change to happen because people don't do it overnight. It's like if you want to drop a habit, guys, if there's a habit you want to change, you want to drop an addiction, is there anyone that you know can you also stop that addiction overnight? Right, we have to be honest with ourselves. When I decided to walk away from something in my life, I was still talking about it even days after. I couldn't get out the habit straight away, and people would hold me accountable. And then eventually I realised, slowly, I stopped doing that habit, right? Because you can be sorry, but you could still be continuing the habit, because a habit is a habit. You can't just drop a habit like that. Let's be honest, I don't know anyone that can drop a habit that quick, right? It takes time. It really does take time. I'm really confused at what's going on. So Halloween is at the end of this month, right? And we had Diwali. I'm really confused. There's just so much going on. And when is bonfire night? Is it all in one go? I'm so confused with this season. I'm really confused with this. But anyway, it's none of my business anyway, because I don't celebrate over those things. Exactly, time is key to change. Yeah, we have to give. That's why I believe, like, I was speaking to my friend today and I was explaining to him, I said, listen, you're already saying what the outcome's going to be, but you've got to give people that chance to change. Give them that chance to change, to show up in your life. Do you know what I mean? Instead of writing people off straight away. And I'm not talking about relationships. This is advice for family members, right? Because they didn't believe that the family member could help them. And I'm explaining to them, just give that person that chance to show up in your life first before you write it off. Talk to them first. Ask them for help. If they don't want to help, that's their business. But if you want help, you have to tell people what you need help with. You can't just expect people to just show up for you if they don't know what it is that you need, right? Thank you for the like. I've got 9 likes. How? Hi, Luke. Oh, it's Luke. How are you? A lot is going on. Yeah, a lot is going on. And as I said, we have to be patient with people because I think people are harsh. They expect people to change overnight, but no one does. Okay, yeah, another phrase that once a cheat, always a cheat. I get it, right? But imagine if someone definitely wants to change. If you keep saying to them, oh, you cheated again, oh, you done this again, you're pushing them back into that habit because you already they've apologized to you, but you're showing them that you don't trust that they're going to change. So when you push them back into it, they're going to do it again because they're going to be like, what's the point? I've already said sorry to her. She doesn't believe me, so I might as well just go and cheat anyway. So sometimes people can push you back into the bad habits, right? How you doing, Luke? Thank you for the emojis. Glad you're doing good. That's a positive response, Luke. That's very positive. Yeah. So apologising for being you. Another one, let's go into people pleasing because that's what AP mentioned today. People pleasing. I've caught myself a few times apologising to people when I'm not the person they expect me to be. Right, so when people expect you to do something for them, when they expect you to be a certain way, when they expect you to show up a certain way in their lives and you're disappointing them, and you can see they're disappointed, they're complaining about the way you are because you're not a certain way. If you're a quiet person, they expect you to be more talkative, and then you say to them, I'm sorry, I'm not talkative enough, I'm sorry. So in that sense, you're apologising for being you, because people need to accept that life is full of disappointments, guys. It's full of disappointments, especially in family members. When family members are a good example, when they expect you to be a good child because you're a bad child, right? They expect you to be a certain way. Why can't you be like your brother? Why can't you be like your sister? You may grow up apologising to people, apologising to your partner for not being the perfect partner, right? Be careful of that, because you're rejecting yourself You're rejecting yourself in here, up in your head. Can you guys see? You're rejecting yourself in here, right? When you're rejecting yourself in there, how can you be happy? You're with someone that's trying to mold you into something that you're not, right? And apologise. We love you, Tanya. I love you. I love you guys too, actually. Love you guys too. And apology for cheating is cool, but that you still got to jog on. AP's got zero tolerance for cheating. Zero tolerance. Setting me all up to be disappointed. Literally. Literally setting you all up to be disappointed. Um, should I give you an example, guys? Um, right, if someone's trying to lead you to sin, right, and they're expecting you to sin, I don't know, let's use alcohol for example. So if you're someone that's quit alcohol, you don't want to drink alcohol, and you go to visit a friend or partner and they've brought alcohol, right, and you're saying to them, I don't drink, sorry, right, and they start drinking alone, and then you feel bad because you're not joining in their fun, you're not being a good partner or a good friend or a good family member. You start apologising, right? But why the hell are you apologising for being you? I'm talking to myself, guys. Why are you apologising to someone that you're not being the way that they want you to be? Why are we apologising? We're not in kindergarten where if everyone plays a certain game, you've all got to play, right? We're now adults where we have a mind of our own. So if you feel like you have to apologise because you're not matching that person on their level, that's not good. You're apologising for being you. And I've realised I've done this. I do this for people. I apologise way too much just because I'm not being the person they want me to be, right? Why are we doing that, guys? Luke said 10 plus. So sweet. Luke goes, I'm sorry. Luke goes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being you. I say be yourself, do not change for no one. It's very hard though, AP, because for people that are people pleasers, right? When we're in the company of other people, we have to change and adapt. Do you ever find yourself adapting to somebody, adapting to their accent, you start speaking a certain way for them, for them to understand you? We are constantly changing for other people without realising it. That's why if you have a child, or if anyone's around children, do you ever see that their behaviour starts to change when they're around new friends? You see that if they're getting bullied or if they're around a new group of people, they start to change. If it's a good child, they start to become really rude and mouthy. And you're thinking, what is up with this child? It's because we are constantly changing based on our environment, based on the people we surround ourselves with, based on numerous things, based on the things that you watch, the place that you work. It's all changing us. That's why you see people's moods change. And oh my gosh, guys, it's starting to rain. Yeah, we're constantly changing, and you can feel when that change is not really representative of you. You can tell when you're changing for the worse or if it's in alignment with you. Children are easily led. There's also a lot of people that still behave like children that are still easily led as well. If someone's in a relationship and they've got a new partner but their friends tell them to come out and cheat, they will still cheat because their friends told them to do that. It's crazy out here. One sec. Hi Joanne, how are you? Soap in the mouth. Soap in the mouth for literally swearing and stuff. Guys, I apologise. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I just got home. Right, so I'm going to wrap this video up. There's some Twix to put away. So expensive the chocolate is. It's ridiculous. But I know I'm going to be craving chocolate this weekend. I know in advance I'm going to be craving it. Yeah, I disappeared. Sorry, when I got home, I have to close my camera off and stuff because I don't want, if anyone's speaking or whatever, I try and protect their identity. Luke put a rain emoji. An easily led adult is a damn fool. Also, it's easily done because the Bible does say bad manners corrupt good manners. So if you, like, I find that I swear a lot if I'm around certain people. So when I was with my ex, I would swear more. I swear more now that I talk to my daughter. So guys, you probably noticed that I swear a lot in the live videos now, but I never used to do that before. I used to, if I did, it was very rare. So when you're around certain people, you're gonna adapt. It's a psychological thing. It's basically oh, what was it now? You adapt the same. I know you adapt, you get the same belief system as people that you're around, but you also, the people that you live with, you adapt to their habits. So if you don't live with anyone, you adapt to the habits of the people that you hang around with a lot. That's why you see a lot of people change. Like, I speak different now because of my friend, my new friend. And I'm like, I speak like this, I'm like that. And I don't speak like that, but I find myself doing that because she speaks like that. Yeah, don't underestimate it. The company that you keep, you'd be surprised. Your life can be broken or it could go up. Because we are constantly, if you think you're strong as a person, you think that other people's habits won't rub off on you, you can think again. Because people's habits will rub off on you. One second, guys. I need tissue. That'll be fine. I'll blow my nose after. You're a product of your environment sometimes. Yeah. No, it's just me. Yeah, you become unless you're in isolation, you're gonna always become like other people in a way. That's why you always see people copy people. If you're someone that doesn't copy people, someone's bound to copy you. One sec. Yeah, so for example, if I'm reading the Bible and then I'm getting like good messages downloaded in my brain and then I start watching horror movies, people that are killers tend to, not all people, but killers will purposely watch like crimes and murders and horror movies and things like that to feed the fantasy in their head, right? So when you're watching these things, it's not just watching it, it's having an effect on your brain, right? So you can start fantasizing about things, right, that you shouldn't be fantasizing about. These what you watch, what you read, who you spend time with, these things, all your five senses, it does have an effect on you. Next week I can pick you up, take you out for a meal. You down for that? Yes, I'm down. If you're taking me somewhere really nice, I'm down. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up now though because I finished the topic and I want to eat now. But what I was gonna say, yeah, to summarize this video, it's about apologizing for being you. Is it wrong or right? Should we really be apologizing for things? I personally feel like, to summarize this video, like overall, I feel like if you've harmed someone, if you've done something really bad and it's no longer your identity, you definitely should apologize to help with their healing. Even if they don't accept your apology, you should just do that to clear your conscience because it's going to keep playing on your mind. Anyone that has inflicted harm on somebody and they don't apologize, that person is evil, right? They obviously don't want to change and they want to continue doing the same pattern onto other people, which you could apply that to cheaters in a way, right? If they're doing it still. But yeah, it depends on what they define as cheating. I mean, some people think that what they do, the harm they do to others, some people think it's really cool. It's your own. Yeah, but I do feel like it's good that I do apologise to be people that are believers, so they can see that I shouldn't be this way and I do need to change. So at least they can see that I do need to change. Hi Bumblebee. Let me think. What was the other one? I think apologizing in relationships for not being the person that they expect you to be. I don't know. I'm a bit half and half with that one. Thank you so much for I'm a bit half and half with that one, because I feel like it depends what you're apologizing for. Is it the fact that you feel like you need to change, or do you feel like the way you are is good? Because you might need that open conversation to explain to someone, look, I don't wish to become that person because this is who I am, or I don't wish to engage in that activity because this is who I am. We need to start being more vocal with people. Thank you for saying I look beautiful, because I feel like I don't today, but thank you. Really good, and Tanya, do you know anywhere good near you or nearby? I'll take you out for a good meal and drop you back home. I don't know where you live. It's just me. You probably live really far from me. I hope you guys look at that face. Log good. Oh, no, I don't look good today, guys. 11 likes. How have I got 11 likes? Guys, I do need to go now, though. Every time It's Just Me comes on, it seems like I'm going, but I do definitely need to go. I've stepped indoors. I need to get going. I need to eat. Right, I'm asking where you... I don't give up my location, though. Yeah, so in terms of apologizing for being you, guys, I leave that to your own discretion, whether you think it's good to apologize for being you. But I feel like don't be rejecting yourself. If you're around a certain company and you feel like it's not right for you, why should you be apologizing for who you are just to make them feel better? Because are you people pleasing is the question. It's Just Me said, how can I take you out then? I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go because I need to eat. I'm so hungry. I'm tired as well. I don't know if I'm gonna go on later. I'm not sure actually. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go on later. I know that this lady was calling me, so I need to call her. I'm in high demand now. Do you want to meet nearby then? Not your area. Yeah, we can do that then. Meet somewhere nearby. I'll see you, Bumblebee. Got to go bye. Just remember you're beautiful and amazing, and we love you. I love you too. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, chat. I'm going. Right, I'm really hungry. So, guys, I wish you all a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, wherever you guys are. Anywhere I can get hold of you to sort this out. I'm hard to get hold of. Yeah. You guys are actually fighting in the comments. Guys, I'm gonna leave it on that note. Chat. Bye. See you all.